everybody, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Ed.
And this video is about Council Grove, Kansas. Now, Council Grove was a stop on the Santa Fe Trail in the middle of the 1800s, so it's got a ton of history to it. And one of the really cool things about Council Grove is that it's got this river that goes kind of through the middle of town, and they've got it marked where the wagons used to go through the river. So, I mean, that was really interesting to see. But another really cool thing about Council Grove was the Tallgrass Prairies.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite thing. Just outside of town, it's a natural preserve of what the prairies used to look like. And brother, it's a walk. You can go in there a long ways. I mean, I went as far as I cared to, and when I looked at my pedometer or whatever they call that thing, I was 1.5 miles in. It was 3 miles back to the vehicle. So really a great place to go. Hope you enjoy this one. If this is the first time you come across one of our videos, please consider checking out the others. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe. That would be great too. And we'd love to hear your comments and suggestions. So thanks again for watching, folks, and we'll see you later. Bye.
See ya! Hi, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Ed.
And this is General, our totally awesome water dog.
We used to live on the Outer Banks in North Carolina, but one day we found both of ourselves unemployed.
So we decided to take a chance. We sold everything, bought a trailer, and left to explore America. We're learning as we go along, but we still make mistakes.
But we get a lot of things right too. So come join us as we learn to RV full-time, explore America, and share in our exciting journey of discovery. Our next adventure is just over the hill. So this is the view from our campsite. Man, this morning 62 degrees, birds on the water, walking the dog. Now the temperature is dropping quicker than bunny droppings, and the forecast is calling for freezing temperatures tonight, which will end Kansas growing season. And it's mid-October. So now they're changing the forecast from just freezing to it could be as low as 20 degrees. And we're figuring out exactly how we're going to do this and get through it. But one way or the other, it's coming and we're here. Good morning, y'all. This little lake here is just outside Council Grove, Kansas. It's our view in the morning when we wake up, and there's a huge migratory group of birds out there. I'm not sure what they are. I was hopeful to catch them lifting into the air and making a wonderful video, but alas, they're not cooperating. And it is 32 degrees here with some wind whipping across me. My speech sounds the way it does because my teeth started chattering and my dentures fell out. So I guess I'm not going to get them rising up in the air. But hey, I tried. What do you know? Here we go. Isn't that something? Mother Nature is amazing.
The first place that we visited in Council Grove was the Kaw Mission. Now, this was built in 1851, and the main purpose of this was to provide education for young boys in the Kanza or Kaw tribe that was in that area. This school only ran for about 3 years. The Kaws weren't really excited about this happening, and so the only boys that they sent to the school were orphans in their tribe. So that they had approximately 30 Kaw boys aged 6 to 17 years, and they taught them academic subjects and farming, and because the Methodist Episcopal Church was in charge of running this school, they did teach them about Christianity. But they never did receive instructions in any of the trades, only farming. So this school was closed in 1854. One notable person that did attend this Kaw Mission School was Charles Curtis, and he was Vice President of the United States with President Herbert Hoover, back in 1928. We did find information on Santa Fe Trail river crossing that was just outside of town, so we took off to go take a look at that. This trail was in a piece of private property, and once we got to the back of that private property, we realized that the river crossing was too far away and we still couldn't see anything. Give me the ball. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Channel, you can give up that ball. Come on, you can give up that ball.
Hey, ready? Can I catch it? Here it comes. Very good. Awesome catch. That was awesome. Next, we visited the Hermit's Cave, and a gentleman by the name of Father Francesco, who was originally from Italy, actually lived in this cave for a few months in 1863. He was just kind of passing through the Council Grove area, and he left down the Santa Fe Trail with a wagon train. We also visited the Last Chance store. This store is right on the edge of Council Grove, on the western edge, and it was built in 1857 by Tom Hill, and he operated it as the last trading post on the Santa Fe Trail before people wandered into the lands of the Plains Indians. And this was the last trading post. The next one was about 2 days away. There were smaller ones along the trail, but this was the last major one for another 2 days. Council Grove has a really awesome downtown historic district, and they really pride themselves on being able to have preserved so many of the buildings. This Farmers and Drovers Bank is absolutely amazing. Next, we visited the Neosho River crossing. Now, this was a crossing of the river on the Santa Fe Trail where the folks had to take their wagons through. And the best crossings had a combination of shallow water, a rock bed, and gentle slopes. Now, you can see the shallow ripples in the river indicate the rock bed and how shallow it is. And the riverbank sloped a lot more gently than it does today, but they marked out exactly where this river would have been crossed by these rocks in the path. So that was pretty awesome to see that. We also visited the 1861 Terwilliger Stone Home Museum. Now, this is actually a pretty unique place in as much as they operate a historical restaurant inside the house. The menu has all historical items on it. They have a ton of historical information on the Council Grove area inside. They have binders that you can look at, pictures and everything on the walls. It's just a really pretty amazing place. And this menu was awesome. The food was fabulous. We loved it. As we were leaving Council Grove, we decided to stop and visit the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve. This is amazing. The Tallgrass Prairie, the grass of the Tallgrass Prairie used to cover the central portion of the North American continent all the way from Mexico into Canada. And now only less than 4% of that native tallgrass prairie still remains. And the Kansas Flint Hills area where this nature preserve is located at is home to the largest remnant of unbroken tallgrass prairie. This place is just amazing. Also, part of the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve includes this estate of Stephen Jones, who built the Spring Hill Farm on this property. And this property consists of a huge barn that he had built, which at the time was considered to be the largest barn in the entire state of Kansas. There's also all of the original outbuildings, like the spring house and ice house and everything like that, still exist, along with his house. Now, his house is kind of unique in as much as it's built on the side of a hill. So when you enter through the front door, you're entering on the lower level where the living area and entertaining areas were. And then you go up the stairs to like the kitchen area and dining area. And it's at that level that the back door comes into the house. And then they have the bedrooms up on a floor above that. So pretty amazing house. They're just trying to kind of keep it preserved without restoring it right at the moment. Spring Hill Farm was built in the early 1880s. Hi everybody, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Ed.
This little video is about Council Grove, Kansas. Now, Council Grove is actually a stop on the Santa Fe Trail, or was. Of course, it doesn't exist anymore, but... Whoops.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
But I want something.